a 9 loyalty Obnixilus, RAGGADRAGGA gets us out. Question of the day, do you play more mobile arena or desktop arena? Let me know in the comments below. Ladies and gentlemages, civilians across the multiverse, welcome back to another episode with Man. And today, we got a juicer for you. We've got RAGGADRAGGA'S Rage featuring RAGGADRAGGA, Goreguts Boss. This human boar is a legendary creature, is straight out of Baldur's Gate, and I think this is a cute little card. Now, is this the most competitive deck? Probably not, so I will give a little disclaimer here, but I definitely think that it is formidable, and if you can get this going, it is a very fun way to smash your opponent's face, so I'm going to give this a go. Each creature you control with a mana ability gets +2/+2, so I think it's very important to obviously have as many mana dorks as you want, and obviously this is the only red card we have, so we're pretty much just running mana dorks and big creatures with the RAGGADRAGGA, because whenever you attack with a mana dork ability, you're going to be able to untap it, but if you cast it with 7 mana, you get 7/7 and it gains trample until end of turn. And I think this is, I mean, if it didn't have the 7/7 and trample, I wouldn't even really have any interest in this card. But because it has trample, I think we can maybe do some cool things with this thing. So obviously, this is the deck here. We're just running some mana dorks. Pretty simple here. There's nothing too crazy about this deck. But the only crazy thing we have is we want to be able to get into these 7 drops here. So anything like 5, 6 drops, they're not really that great because the RAGGADRAGGA really wants to get into the 7 drops. So we have the Cragplate Baloth. I've never really, I don't think I've really had a deck that really runs this card, but I think if you're going to, this is where it does. Can't be countered. You can actually use a kicker in case you've got just extra mana stored up here, but having hexproof and haste and just having a 7 dropper, just a beat stick, is going to be what I really want to be having here. And again, the haste and hexproof, just a little bit of pepper on top. A Titan of Ministry, of course, is just wonderful to cast this thing. Of course, you're going to be able to set off the RAGGADRAGGA with the 7/7 trample, and then the Turntimber Symbiosis. If you notice, it doesn't even have to be a creature. It can just be any spell. So whenever you cast a spell, use the Turntimber Symbiosis, and boom, we are right there for the RAGGADRAGGA to be able to cast off. And that is going to be pretty much the deck here. Everything else is just going to get bigger here. And yeah, Forsaken Crossroads. We're running a lot of multicolored land. Doesn't matter. This is the only red drop, but this is the deck. Before we get into the gameplay, make sure to leave a like. The button looks just like this. Helps out the channel tremendously. Go ahead and subscribe if you have not already. And without further ado, let's get ready to vanquish some enemies. Tree B, how are we doing here? How are we doing? Let's go ahead and keep this. As long as we got a RAGGADRAGGA, this is our main focal point. And again, it's so funny that this card is actually the only red card that we have in our deck here. But if you look at this ability, and this could, I feel like it probably could have just been a mono green card, but that's okay. We will run it in, you know, mono green and make it a Gruul deck, a cool Gruul deck. Let's drop our Lair of the Hydra, get our Sentinel out. The thing with the Sentinel is, it's hard to gain like actual like, I don't know how else to describe it, maybe like profit off this, because you have to tap an untapped creature you control anyway, so it's mainly just there for the mana ability for the RAGGADRAGGA. I don't know, I mean, maybe we should cut it, I don't know. Either way, let's go ahead and drop the force here, and I think we're just going to, we can use this for land later, so I guess we'll go ahead and just do the Taxidermist and swing in for a measly 1 damage here. Let's see what you want to do here. Molten Impact on the Taxidermist. It is what it is. We're not going to be able to get into our RAGGADRAGGA just yet, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and drop this for red. We do need red. And I think we're... Ooh, the Scry action. Let's go ahead and get rid of the Sentinel. So I think the Sentinel is probably one of the weakest cards in our deck here. Drop this. So now they've got 2 things to worry about, which, you know, it's better than 1. But, still a little nervous here. This Molten Impact here is going to be, if they have another point of spot removal, they don't, which is really fortunate, because if they did, they could go for 2 for 1, especially with this Molten Impact. But I don't think that just not playing anything is really an option here. So I'm gonna drop the RAGGADRAGGA here, and boom, all of our cards are going to... That is quite the shriek there. That is, is that unique to RAGGADRAGGA? Okay, well, either way, whenever we attack with these cards, we're going to be able to untap them. That is a lot of firepower, and we don't have anything to really capitalize on here, because we just have our big behemoths in our hand. But if we get 1 more land, we still have these big bodies now. Now we're going to be able to escape out of the Molten Impact's range. Now, if they want to use spot removal, they're going to have to... They won't be able to get 2 of the bodies here. Just 1. And with RAGGADRAGGA, when they untap, now we've got Jaspera Sentinel that can untap itself too. So this is not great. So they're going to kill the RAGGADRAGGA. It is what it is. Now all of our creatures are going to get weaker here. But now the Molten Impact didn't kill these creatures. So, you know, it is what it is. Okie dokie here. Well, I think we're just going to have to go for all the damage that we can here. So let's go ahead and drop this for the land. It's kind of the same difference whether we tap this for Lair of the Hydra or if we just swing in with them themselves, because it's the same difference. So I guess we go for 2. Like I said, it doesn't really matter. We're swinging in no matter what. We're going to be able to do a little bit of damage. Not a whole lot of damage, though. But next turn is going to be when we can drop either the Baloth or the Titan of Industry. And both of them are going to be very good. But here's the bad part. If they've got removal, we're not going to be able to get into our big juicy things here. Oh, wow. So this is a brand new card here, Chaos Balor. Fortunately, they do not, which is really, really good here. We don't get a land, so we're not going to be able to get into these bad boys. But, good lord, whenever it attacks or dies, choose 2. In each mode, you must target a different player. This card is absolutely insane. Wow. That is a wall if I have ever seen one. So it deals 2 damage to target player and create 2 treasure tokens. Deal 2 damage to each creature. Yeah, we're going to have to drop this thing. Again, our beloved RAGGADRAGGA. You got to love that shriek. I think we just do nothing. Yeah, we just do nothing. We could swing in here. It just doesn't really do us any good here. What really sucks is this thing's going to swing in, and oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, this is going to be pretty rough here. What's good about the RAGGADRAGGA is when they deal 2 damage to us, it does empower us, and with the RAGGADRAGGA, we do get stronger here, but if they have a spot removal spell for this RAGGADRAGGA, all of our creatures are going to go bye-bye, and I think that's going to be lights out, unfortunately. So here we go. Unleash the chaos. What are they going to do here? Oh my goodness. Discards all the cards in their hand, then seek that many non-land cards. I do want to keep the cards in my hand, so maybe they choose themselves. This is such an interesting card. This is a powerhouse of a card, and it is a demon, so you can run this in like demon, devil, tribal. I think Tybalt style decks would love this. So while they make their decision, I'm shaking my boots right now. I'm not wearing boots, but I'm still shaking in them. Oh my goodness, what you gonna do here? I'm just really nervous about double removal, because if they have another like sap to anything that deals damage, let's go get. So target player discards all the cards in their hand. That sucks. I don't want to get rid of these cards. Deal 2 damage to target player, and they create 2 treasure tokens. Okay. Alright, well we have no choice. We have to discard those cards. And we do get a Turntimber Symbiosis. So not all is lost. We do need another land source here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's the problem with the Sentinel. We're going to need to tap the RAGGADRAGGA. Okay. Not blocking. Absolutely not. They do get 2 more treasure tokens. I mean, ugh. We take a monster hit there. It's pretty much going to come down to, can they get rid of our RAGGADRAGGA Goreguts boss? If not, we might be in luck here. But these treasure tokens, like, what makes me a little bit nervous, it seems like you would have... It seems like you have enough mana to cast whatever you want in your hand. So why are you making treasure tokens? That is kind of the question here. Tenacious Underdog. Okay. Why did they make the treasure tokens? They have a Den of the Bugbear. Do they have... They got 1 more card in their hand. Obnixilis. Oh my word. Okay. So from Obnixilis, they're going to get the Chaos... That's what I was talking about. They have the Chaos Balor now. Now, oh my goodness, this is not very good. Okay, this is... I mean, for one, we'll go and give him a nice. We'll give him a nice, because that is just wicked cool here. We're down to 8.
I'm gonna remake this town in my image.
Here's the thing. I mean, if they use the -7, we have 8 life, so we can survive this Obnixilis ultimate. And then if they do the +1, we just discard a card. Okay. Devil token.
You work for me now, runt.
Yes, I do work for you now, Obnixilis, but we're going to be able to discard this.
Your punishment is my entertainment.
Well, I'm glad I'm entertaining you. I hope I'm entertaining everybody else, because this is sweaty as sweaty gets. So let's go ahead and get rid of you. They do gain a little bit of life here, but they gave us some treasure tokens. So it is what it is. Rockfall Vale, okay. I want to keep this. I want to keep the Rockfall Vale just in case we have to discard, but I don't know if that's going to matter here. Because with RAGGADRAGGA, whenever you cast a spell, and it does not have to be a creature, it's just whenever you cast a spell. So let's go ahead and drop the Turntimber Symbiosis here. And why is it telling me to tap the Tangled Florahedron? I don't want to do that. Why is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Why is the auto tapper telling me to use this? Am I missing? That is absolutely absurdly stupid. Or why is it doing that? So I guess we'll do this the manual way because this is dumb. So let's go ahead and do the green and green so that we can cast our Turntimber Symbiosis here. And now look at RAGGADRAGGA. It's going to give +7/+7 and trample. I guess we'll just give it to RAGGADRAGGA themselves. So 11/11. What else do we want to do here? We go for Titan of Industry or do we go for Cragplate Baloth? I think the Baloth is pretty good because we can swing in there. So if we go for Baloth, we can swing in with haste. Titan does not have haste. So this is 11/11. What's the most they can do? 1, so 3, 5, 7. Swing in with these. I think we want to swing in with haste and just go for the kill, right? They have to. Yeah, I think we have to. So let's go ahead and take the Baloth here. We're going for the win right now. We do only have trample on this one RAGGADRAGGA, but we're going to swing in here. Untap these, which, you know, don't think it's going to be that relevant. They're going to want to block here. So this is the most efficient. This is the most efficient block. We still have one card to be able to take the -7, but I don't know. I mean, they're going to have to do a lot of blocking here, and these are still attacking. So we're doing, I think this is enough for lethal without having doing any sort of mental. This is enough for lethal right here. The Sentinel's still going to get through. So I think we're good. So we're going to be able to do just 9 damage alone from here, right? They only have 1 damage going through here. 9 damage, RAGGADRAGGA with a 9 loyalty Obnixilus. RAGGADRAGGA gets us out. Ravern, not Raven, Ravern. How you doing here? This is pretty good. Yeah, we can keep this. This is definitely good enough to keep. Turntimber Symbiosis with the RAGGADRAGGA. Is there a Paramate in Heaven? Do I want to use this now? I don't think this deck is super aggressive. If I was playing like a deck that was like, this is more like sacky, mid-rangey kind of stuff here. So I don't think we have to really burn a Turntimber Symbiosis. Probably not going to be that relevant. We can always just bolt ourselves in later. Not too worried about it. So we're, oh, Dimir. Oh, Xander's Wake. Okay, this deck is actually really good here. They can gain what, like rogues and whatnot from the Xander's Wake, so definitely gotta be a little careful here. But let's go and drop our Reclusive Taxidermist. Hopefully they don't have some sort of removal here so that we can get into our RAGGADRAGGA on turn 3. That is always going to be nice. The Titan of Industry, again, a little ways away from that, but if we can get into this, we can destroy the Xander's Wake anyway, so hopefully that's the plan. We are, ooh, well, I guess we can just bounce. This is a 1-2, 1-2. Do they have like a meat hook or something? That would be atrocious. Ooh, oh my god, a meat hook would be so bad here. I think I'm going to have to let this go. I don't think that we're that worried about our life total here. Oh my gosh, and a Kaito, that's not that bad.
Hope you're ready for some money. I know something you don't know.
You know something I don't know. So we get another Turntimber Symbiosis. Either way, that doesn't make me feel that bad because we're just going to bounce anyway. So the only difference is we lost 1 life. And yeah, a meat hook massacre would have been just a nightmare. So I don't think we could have really put ourselves in harm's way that way. Kind of sucks. I mean, we just go for the RAGGADRAGGA. Our Taxidermist will get a little bit bigger. And now we got the RAGGADRAGGA going though. But I mean, it's still a little nerve-wracking here. This Kaito is going to be able to just accrue pretty much unlimited value. The only upside is they did not create the unblockable creature. Yeah, I think we're going to have to do this. It's not great. I know we give them unlimited value with the Xander's Wake. The Kaito gets to draw a card. I mean, this is just so much value here. But, I mean, at some point, we're just going to have to do this. Now at least they have to commit Kaito to the -2, or they have to give us something else to block. They don't have an unblockable little ninja. So that's kind of nice. Now you're gonna do, okay, so they're gonna draw. They don't want the creature.
There's no secret I can't uncover.
There's no secret? Are you sure about that, Kaito? I don't know. I mean, we can go ahead and try and kill you. I think we're gonna do just that. So Lair of the Hydra has to come in tap, so that is priority number 1. Let's go ahead and do that. Not gonna be able to get into any of this juicy stuff just yet. So I think, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and just attack the actual Kaito. We could go for the face. It's actually pretty close, but it's really close here. We do have to be aggressive. They do have a full hand. I mean, it is really close to see. It's like the most optimal way. 7 to your face. I'm actually going to do, yeah, let's go ahead and swing into your face here. We can go ahead and untap the Taxidermist. Plus, if they have a removal spell, we don't even get rid of the Kaito, and that feels really bad. Thieves Guild Enforcer. Okay. They're not going to be able to get the Death Touch, so I think that's okay. But this is why Xander's Wake is so scary. Because they can just go ahead and craft things like Thieves Guild Enforcer, and you never really expect it, and that's kind of the issue. So unfortunately, it does not have Death Touch, but look at this. You see how good this is. Xander, I mean, first off, it's kind of weird that Xander gives rogues. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of weird to me. But either way, now, I mean, look at that. If it did have Death Touch, oh, we would be sitting so ugly right now. But fortunately, they don't, so that's nice. So now they're going to create their 1/1. Okay.
It's like your defenses aren't even there.
And they're basically not. Tasha, oh my goodness. A Tasha is a nightmare of a card here.
Ooh, a fight. Perfect. Don't try anything cheeky now.
Don't try anything cheeky. Okay, my turn here. We do get a Forsaken Crossroads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not going to be enough, and that is a problem. So let's call it red here. I think we could go for, I think we just want to scry for a, no, we don't have to scry for a land, really. I think we just want to untap it, just so that we can go for Lair of the Hydra. It's not great. Let's go ahead and use the, I think we're just going to do this and just go out for attacks here. Lair of the Hydra does have a mana ability, technically, with the RAGGADRAGGA'S, so that's why it gets a little bit of a boost here, which is really nice. And I think we just have to attack. Is this a... No, this is not even a non-token, so they're going to get another Xander's Wake from this ninja token dying. Oh my god, what a nightmare. It's just not worth it to actually attack the Tasha. It does feel, you know... does feel not great, but we're going to have to take all of these -1/-1 counters, and it's just going to have to be what we have to do here. So we do get a little bit of damage off. Not great. Down to 12. It's not, you know... The only thing good here is that they already have a full hand, so at this point, the raw card advantage is not as big a deal, because it's like you already have a full hand. I mean, it is what it is.
I got someone on the inside who can help.
Undercity Plunder is actually not the most atrocious thing. We can do this and just decline. We'll just give you whatever you need. I don't really care that much. Another Undercity Plunder. Yeah, we'll go ahead and just give you a Turntimber Symbiosis and decline. Yeah, okay. So at this point, I mean, they have 9 cards in their hand. Okay. We just need some trample at this point.
Shot, adventurers.
My turn. I mean, did they not have any more land? Like, what's going on here? They didn't miss their land drop, did they? What the? Alright, so you have 9 cards in your hand. You've got to discard something. Oh gosh, and we actually gave them a Cragcrown Pathway. Wow, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's go ahead and drop this. We're going to pay the life, obviously, at this point. If we go for Titan of Industry... Or do we want to gamble on the Symbiosis to get our own Baloth? Either way, we're going to be able to get +7/+7 and Trample, which is really nice. I think we drop the Titan. We can't finish them this turn. There's no way we can finish them this turn, which is kind of sad. So I think we're just going to have to go for the Titan of Industry first, and then the Symbiosis to try and find a Baloth. So let's go ahead and drop the Titan of Industry first, and give RAGGADRAGGA Trample. 10 to end with Trample here. I think we just have to create another body. Do they have kill spells? I guess we'll put a shield counter on the Titan of Industry. At this point, destroying the artifact or the enchantment is not that good. They already have card advantage. So I think we just go for the raw power here. We're going to put a shield counter on the Titan of Industry because it does have trample. We swing into the face. We get a -1/-1. Not a big deal, though. Not a big deal. We still get 8 to go through. And again, the Xander's Wake, but destroying this is not a big deal. We just need to go for it right now. So we have a shield counter on our lovely Titan of Industry here.
You got lucky.
Okay.
That's all.
Unfortunately, the Tasha does get...
How does it feel being your own worst enemy?
It feels terrible, Tasha, and it feels so bad. We do have a lot of, like, little creatures here, but unfortunately, they just grab a Titan of Industry and a Baloth. I mean, I was really hoping... See, like, we are running a lot of these little mana dorks here. I was hoping maybe they could snag those, but... Oh, my goodness. Unfortunately, it's just not going to turn out that way. And they get us to discard our Turntimber Symbiosis. So, Taxidermist does go through at this point. But now we're not going to be able to use the RAGGADRAGGA unless we just draw something crazy here. I mean, that is wicked unfortunate. Wicked unfortunate. It really is. We had a shot here. I mean, maybe if we get something crazy here, we do not. We do have the Lair of the Hydra, but again, we don't have Trample. We don't have Trample, and now RAGGADRAGGA is not going to be able to do that, so Tasha is looking like they're going to just edge us out in this battle here. Such is life. Well, I guess we could just crank this up to the high heavens. I mean, this is just kind of not good enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can we get this up to 5, right? With 5, with the RAGGADRAGGA, this can go up to a 7. What? This is or a 6/6 rather. Oh my goodness. So we'll swing in with you. We can't even really swing in with the Lair of the Hydra. Yeah. What an absolute travesty. They give us an oops. Yeah, we'll say good sports. You know, cheers to you. Oh boy, we do have Trample, but we lose our shield counter here. I think the only way that we win here is just by top decking a Cragplate Baloth. Like, it wouldn't have been, if they would have gotten a Baloth, because they do get 3 creatures from the Tashas. Just getting that Titan of Industry, yeah, it just really, oh my goodness. Pretty brutal here. Bind to Secrecy, they're going to take our Reclusive Taxidermist, and they just have, like, all of the card advantage in the world here. Oh, God. Okay. The only way we can pull this out, and again, they would have to get sloppy on their attacks, and we have to top deck a 7-drop here. So the Taxidermist, yeah, I mean, it's still just a big body. We're probably not gonna be able to get through here. The Black Cat doesn't really... Oh, it has to die, so I guess that's not really the biggest deal. Hopefully they do attack. They do not. We do not get anything else. We actually get some of the worst cards in our hand. But here's the problem. The Tasha gets 3 cards. I mean, we have so many dorks. We have so many little mana dorks here. They had to just get a Titan and a Cragplate Baloth. Yeah, I think the game is just over. We can do the same thing. I think we're gonna have to go out in a blaze of glory here. We get the not the Cragplate Baloth. I wish we top decked that thing. We're gonna have to do a 5/5. We only have 1 creature with Trample. Only 1 creature with Trample, unfortunately. We swing in here. We just can't, it's just not efficient. It's just not that much firepower to be able to swing in here. We can do this. We just don't have Trample. We can't swing with the RAGGADRAGGA, obviously. I think we just have to. We get to untap these things. Not that it really matters here. They get to just wall us off. But, man, we're just that close. It's so unfortunate. Yeah, these things are just going to kill you. Titan of Industry, and they're going to triple block the Titan. Trade the Rhino Warrior. At least we get all of this to go at 1 shot here. This is 7, so we're going to be able to kill all of these creatures. But yeah, look at this. We lose our Lair of the Hydra. We lose all of our things. I mean, yeah, the Xander's Wake does get 1. You know, it only gets 1, but again, they just have so many different things. We discard a card at random. Doesn't really matter here. We lose our mana dorks here. I think this game is pretty safe to call here. Gosh, it's really unfortunate. Really unfortunate. We could have top decked another Titan or a Turntimber Symbiosis here. They get another Titan of Industry. But man, that Tasha, where's Tasha at? Shout out to Tasha here. We're going to go ahead and concede. It's now over. This Tasha just snagged 2 behemoths of our deck. And we just, man, oof. This technically, hey, it technically isn't over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're going to drop this and...
Now this is a juicy secret.
I think we've came all this way. I don't know if we're going to be able to concede here because, I mean, whatever. We came all this way. They drop a Shambling Gas rather than this. Titan of Industry. As soon as they gain, like, yeah, they gain the life here. We'll go, and there's the Crag... Oh, my God. Of course we draw this right when it doesn't matter here. We'll go ahead and give them a good game because it was a good game. It was close, but that Tasha just ended up being the difference maker. Tasha is very, very good. Good game. Pack Climber, how we doing here? How we doing here? Let's go and... I think I played you before because I think I called you Pac-Man. I think we had a cool little thing going there. We'll give you a hello. We'll give you a hello, Pac-Man. So, Pack Climber, what you got for us? Forsaken Crossroads. Okie dokie. As long as we have 1 mana dork, I always feel pretty good about it. So I think we'll drop... What do we want to do? Do we want to scry for land? We do have 1 dork with the Careful Cultivation, which is why I kept this. Then we have to bolt ourselves in. I think we'll just drop the Rockfall Vale. Yeah, I want to keep the Turntimber Symbiosis. Always a good time when you have a RAGGADRAGGA into a Turntimber Symbiosis. So now we get another mana dork here. Yeah, I think we're just going to use this for green, and I would like to scry, but I don't think we have that luxury right now. So we'll go ahead and untap this, and we'll pass the turn so we can go for Careful Cultivation. I love this channel ability. Obviously, being able to play it at instant speed and being able to be unblockable is really nice. So they're going to drop the Azarac. Oh, wow. Okay. So they're going to be a dungeon deck. So they're, I mean, this is interesting that they go for the Dungeon of the Mad Mage rather than the one that actually... Okay, you know, hey, I'm not going to judge here. Either way, we're going to go for our Careful Cultivation here. Create a nice little mana dork here. And now we can drop our RAGGADRAGGA early here. Can't do anything too quickly for it. And you hear that lovely shriek of a RAGGADRAGGA. So hopefully we can live. We do have another RAGGADRAGGA, so we can live through that. So it's, you know. But the point of RAGGADRAGGA is to be able to ramp up and get into our Titan of Industries, Turntimber Symbiosis, drop the Thunder, and then we get a 7/7 and Trample, and that is going to be all the difference in the world. So they're really committed to this dungeon here. It seems a little slow for what they do here. So they need to complete the Tomb of Annihilation, and they're going for Dungeon of the Mad Mage. That's why it's kind of like striking me as a little bit awkward here. They give us a good game. What the heck? It is. Are they being cocky? I mean, we don't have them, and they don't have us, so I don't know why that's a little weird. Well, either way, I mean, we're just going to attack in. We do get to untap the Human Monk. So down to 14. Well, what do we want to do here? Do we want to go for this and then a Tangler? I mean, they don't really have mass removal. They could have it. They could have a Meat Hook for 3, right? That is a little nerve-wracking. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think we're just going to try and go for it. Let's just go for the kill, baby. Let's just go for the kill. Oh my gosh, that is very nerve-wracking. If they Meat Hook for 3, oh my god. I mean, we are absolutely, we're going all out here. This is either, well, they said a good game. This is either a good game for us or good game for them. A Meat Hook for 3 is good game against us. If not, we might be in luck here because we definitely have a lot more firepower to give here. It's a little risky here. I think we do this. I feel a little bit better about this because Meat Hook Massacre, since it got nerfed, people don't really run it as much. So... thinking it's okay here. Maybe we just get burnt, but, you know, hey, I'm willing to get burnt here. I don't think they have it, otherwise they just would have played it pretty quickly. That would be pretty dynamite here. Nadar, Selfless Paladin, okay. So let's see what they do here. Target creature can't attack until your next turn. So they put it on the Ragged Draga, but that's not that big of a deal here. And the Vanishing Verse, very, very good for us because it can't, the Vanishing Verse cannot target Ragged Draga. So that actually works out to our favor very, very well. 1, 2, 3. We're going to just drop this. And now we can go for Turntimber Symbiosis. The problem is we can't really attack. So we can't attack with the Ragged Draga. So we're not going to be able to get off this crazy 7/7 trample if we want to cast anything of meaning. So kind of sucky here, but I think we're just going to drop the Titan of Industry rather than. And yeah, again, we're not going to be able to... And they just give it up. I think we might have even should have attacked first, but either way, pretty cool. Johnny Drama, welcome to the show. Let's see what we got going on here. So, how much drama are you really going to cause here? I don't like drama typically, but, you know, I'll take some drama for a win here. Let's go and drop our Jaspera Sentinel. Get our things nice and set up. We do have these 2 Cragplate Baloths, but, you know, we're going to need a lot of mana to be able to get into these bad boys here. So, let's see if we can do it. Excuse me. Opponent is playing a little bit slow here. Oh, they got the Forsaken Crossroads. Probably playing some sort of Dimir. I don't know. I mean, Dimir, Grixis, these types of cards are still very, very good. They still have the Undercity Plunder. Lots of different cards that they can have here. The Jaspera Sentinel does have... It's kind of a catch-22 because it does have a mana ability, but you have to tap something else to be able to play it. So that is kind of the downside with that. I think what I'm going to do... Let's go ahead and drop this for red. We do need a little bit of red so we can get into our RAGGADRAGGA here. And I'm actually just going to swing in. It's tempted to go for Forsaken Crossroads just to get the scry action, but I think our plan here is just going to be able to just ramp up here. Ooh, Diviner of Fates. Okie dokie. Okie dokie here. Well, Diviner of Fates is a really good card. I think it's literally better than Rafine. And you see here, we get a Titan of Industry, which is very good. But look at this. They have Callum Jin Emperor with the Diviner of Fates. That is a pair made in heaven. That is very terrifying. So I think we're just going to keep up with our plan here. We're going to try to ramp up into the high heavens. So we can go for the Taxidermist. Don't have any cards in our graveyard, but that's okay. It's more of a later thing anyway. We can use the Careful Cultivation to just use it on the Jaspera Sentinel. And I think we're going to do that because in order to use the Sentinel, we're going to do this. We're going to use this not for the channel ability, but we're just going to use this right here. Boom. Put this on you. So, I mean, we could block here, but now we can just add 2 green, and I think that's going to be pretty important here. So now we go ahead and use the Taxidermist. We're just going to get all of our stuff onto the battlefield here. So if they've got some sort of, like, removal, ooh, it's not going to be good. Let's go ahead and scry here. So now we have Boseiju. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we're going to take this. And I know it seems a little silly, but because we've got 3 behemoths in our hand, we need to ensure that we've got enough. So if they've used like a Vanishing Verse on the Sentinel, we're going to make... Oh, a Mind Spike. Wow. The Mind Spike really helps us out here because they can't get rid of our lovely creatures and they don't even get to see them, which is really, really nice. That was a nice little swing here. Hopefully they don't get rid of our Sentinel. Even if they do, we're still not out of... Yeah, see, there's the Vanishing Verse. You know, they probably had something going on there, but, you know, it is what it is. We're going to go ahead and let this go through. Now we get some land here. It's still not wonderful. We still can't really do anything, so I think we're better off just swinging in. I mean, it's at least something. We just need 1 more land, and then hopefully we can start to drop something here. Diviner of Fates. I don't think that's that bad. They still have all of the card advantage in the world, so just getting another body is better than removal, in my opinion here. Down to 14, that's going to be okay. We do get a Rockfall Vale, and look at this. This is wonderful here. Hopefully they don't have what... They can actually have a Jawari, which would really suck, but we can really start putting on the pressure here. If we drop a Cragplate Baloth, the spell can't be countered anyway, and it's got Hexproof and Haste. It doesn't have Trample, but I think that's okay. I think we're just going to have to start doing this. So let's drop the Cragplate Baloth. Bang! Now we're going to swing in here. It does have Hexproof and Haste. It's so good. Down to 9. And they are not going to be able to spot remove this thing. I have not made a deck with this thing that's actually been, like, functional. But I think this is the type of deck that you really want to be playing this beast in. The Graveyard Trespasser does kind of suck. It does take away some of our Reclusive Taxidermists. Oh no, they're just going to attack. Not attack, but they're going to do it on their own. Okay. Okay. We actually do have to be a little wary of our life total here because we are down to 13. So this is going to be interesting how we play this out. The Baloth actually is not that huge. It's really not. So you have to be kind of careful here. Lair of the Hydra, we'll go ahead and place this down. I think what we're going to do, it just sucks because this Baloth is just not really that great right now. If we swing in, they just double block the Trespasser and the Fates, and like we don't really have a good... Like, they actually have the bigger board here. So let's go ahead and drop the Titan of Industry here. I think we're going to gain some life. Do we want to gain life here? A 4-4 doesn't do any good because they have this as a 4-5, so we just can't get over this thing. So I think we just do this. We'll gain the life. And do we want to put a shield counter on the Baloth so that we can swing in? I think we kind of do. Because we want to stay aggressive here. I am going to swing in. So if they do this, okay, at least we get rid of a Rafine. It's not wonderful, but it's still something. And then we can drop this. It would be ideal that we could go for the kicker. 1, 2, 3, 6. So that sucks. I mean, hindsight's 2020. We could have put the shield counter on that, but it's the same difference, really. They don't have enough for lethal, even though it is kind of close, especially if they could have gone for Hive of the Eye Tyrant here. So up to 9. They deal 6 to us. We're down to 7. Ugh, not really the greatest of spots here. They can't go for Emperor because they don't have enough white sources here, so I think that is pretty important to note. We got another Taxidermist here. Okay, how do we want to play this out? Well, we have to drop this. We can't play it for the kicker, which sucks, but... I mean, we have to. We don't have any other single play here, so... Fortunately, they can't counter this, but it's looking like we're going to come up a little short here. I don't know. I mean, we saw the Taxidermist. The Taxidermist at this point is just going to have to be a blocker of some sort. So, okay, we drop more Cragplate Baloth. Oh, let's see. What are they going to do here? So, okay. Tap up to 1 target creature, and, well, they draw a card. I have not used this Calm Jin Emperor yet, but this card is absolutely crazy. Okay, well, the only good thing about this is that obviously they couldn't use this on our beautiful beast with the Hexproof. Not even Ward, just straight up Hexproof, which is nice. And we're going to swing in here. They are going to have to... I think we just lose here. Yeah, we do lose here because they can swing in. Yeah, I mean, if we leave 1 back, I think we just lose anyway. I guess we should have, because now they just swing in. This is good game. This is lethal with the Graveyard Trespasser. But if we leave 1 card back, I think we still lose. I mean, if we take the Baloth and don't swing in, look at all these cards in their hand. I guess, I mean, yeah, it just is what it is. We're just gonna end up losing, but really, really close one. I feel like we could have had a shot there. Raphadan, how are we doing here? Let's go ahead and keep this. Pretty good hand here. We've got a Lair of the Hydra. I like getting this Lair of the Hydra down. Of course, the Lair of the Hydra technically does have a mana ability when you create it as a land, which is always really nice. So let's go ahead and drop our Sentinel here. Sentinel, I've said this multiple times throughout the video, or however, wherever this matches in the video, but Sentinel, it is good. Hopefully they use it just for like some early removal. That's good. That's fine with me. Because the Sentinel, it isn't like the greatest thing. We actually just draw into another one here. It's probably the weakest card in our deck here, but that's okay. That is okay. I'm going to drop the... Let's just drop the Sokenzan. That's fine. And then I guess we can just go for any sort of mana dork here. It doesn't really matter here. Hopefully we can get into our Ragga next turn, but we're going to need a little bit of help to do that. Hopefully no removal. This is like Boros, Gruul Cathar. Okay, yeah, Gruul Cathar is pretty annoying here. We are not packing removal, so that is pretty nasty. Not really too threatened by my life total here. I think we just dropped the Forsaken Crossroads. We're going to call out green. Instead of scrying, I think we are just going to untap this so that we can get out our lovely Sentinel. So I was just talking crap about the Sentinel, but the Sentinel really helps out our mana curve here. Drop the Taxidermist, and we'll be on our merry way here. I really want to get this Ragga out just so that we can get all of these little mana dorks nice and buffed up. Rockfall Vale. So this is Naya, actually, and another... Oh, my God. Just absolutely brutal here. Another Gruul Cathar. I guess that's why they call it Brutal Cathar. What is this thing? Choose a creature card in your hand, it perpetually gains haste. This is actually pretty good. I actually kind of like this thing. We're gonna let you go through. At this point, we do like the Turntimber Symbiosis with the RAGGADRAGGA, but not looking good. Not looking good. Oh, let's go ahead. Yeah, I think we're just gonna have to, just so we can get into the RAGGADRAGGA here. So now we're at 3-4. And you hear that shriek of the RAGGADRAGGA. We're going to attack, and now we get to untap, so we do get a very, very good mana advantage here. It's basically like Vigilance. It's technically not Vigilance, but now they can't really swing in with the Brutal Cathar, which is what we want to get going here. Kind of unfortunate now, because we're kind of sitting a little awkward here. We do want to get into 7-drops with the RAGGADRAGGA here, but this is kind of scared. So they're going to give something in their hand haste perpetually. So Sigurd, Champion of Light. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this thing has haste now too. With the Coven ability, this is pretty terrifying. So whenever it attacks, if you control 3 or more different creatures with different powers, and they do. They do now. Well, they did, yeah. Down to 11 we go. We're going to need some serious help here. What do we do here? The Careful Cultivation at this point can be... This does give a reach. So I think we probably just want to use this on the Taxidermist. I mean, there's not many times where you want to actually use this instead of just like the channel ability. But I'm actually going to use this on the Taxidermist here. So this way we can swing in with the Taxidermist and the RAGGADRAGGA, and this will untap, and then it also has reach to block out the Champion of the Light. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. So let's go ahead and do this. And again, that is going to be very, very good for combat reasons. They're not going to want to give us the Brutal Cathar tokens back, so they're not going to do that. We actually get a decent amount of damage here. So let's go ahead and drop the Forsaken Crossroads for green. Yeah, let's go ahead and untap this. It's close. We do want to scry for an answer here. But being able to untap this, we do get to drop this without having to tap the Taxidermist. I think this is pretty okay here. We definitely want that 7-drop to give something trample to really put a kibosh on this thing. But I'm hoping that they don't realize that we have a reach on the Taxidermist and they swing in with the Sigarda. I'm really hoping they do. Are they aware that this gives a reach? They do. Wow, so they are saying no way. Okay, that is good. That's still fine. That means they don't have an answer. The only bad thing is now these things get first strike. Okay, that is nerve-wracking. We can still swing in with the Taxidermist though, because 7 life is not 6, and this could first strike for 6. Okay, that's fine. How else do we want to play this? We get top deck a RAGGADRAGGA, which is not good. It's basically a brick in our hand. It's actually the worst draw in our deck, because even a land could power up the Lair of the Hydra. So that's really unfortunate. What do we want to do here? Can we get this up to set? I don't think we can. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we literally can't. So this is pretty... I think we have to cast... No. Okay, I think we're just gonna have to swing in with the Reclusive Taxidermist. We don't have a way to power it up with getting the things into the graveyard, unfortunately, because we need 4, and that's just not gonna cut it. Yeah, so I think we do this. We get to untap it, which is nice, and again, we just get over this because it has 7 toughness. We don't have to worry about the Moonrage Brutes first striking us to death. They're actually just gonna take it. Wow. Okay. I mean, okay, yeah, I'm not upset by that. We do get some damage off, and again, this RAGGADRAGGA, oh, just absolutely brutal. It just doesn't get worse. So we're just gonna have to end the turn. There's just really nothing else we can do here. They're gonna give something else haste. I kind of like this card. I'm definitely gonna have to peep into what we can do with this card. That is really cool. The Cobbled Warcaller here. What's not cool is... Okay, Outland Liberator here. What sucks about this is they're going to be able to cast 2 spells, and it's going to go daytime, and again, we are not running removal. We're not running removal here. So, if they go daytime, these Moonrage Brutes are going to remove our things here, and that is going to be not good. It's kind of confusing why they're attacking here. Oh, it's not confusing at all, because they're going to get rid of the... Oh my goodness here. Okay. Well, we're going to lose on the Careful Cultivation here. So the Sigarda is clean. I guess, well, we might as well use the Lair of the Hydra. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I guess we'll just use it for the extra ability that we can get from this. Sure. I mean, we're not going to be able to use the Taxidermist to block because the Sigarda is... We're not going to be able to have a reach anymore, so that kind of sucks. Okay. Kill the Careful Cultivator here. I guess we'll just do what we have to do. We don't want to really trade here. And yeah. Ugh. I guess we could have just used RAGGADRAGGA, but I don't really want to put the RAGGADRAGGA in harm's way. But we also have a RAGGADRAGGA in our hand, so... And the Seat of the Empire onto the Lair of the Hydra. At least it looks like they're not going to go daytime with the Moonrange Brute. So we do lose Lair of the Hydra. Okay, down to 7. Do they cast another spell? If they cast another spell, the game's probably just over. They don't. Okay. If we, I mean, I think we have to all-out swing here. So if we all-out swing, I know we can just, they can just go boom, first strike, and that's really bad. But I think we just have to get some damage off here. I don't see how else we get through this. I think we just have to. We can untap these things. It doesn't really matter that much. We have another RAGGADRAGGA. This chump blocker is going to be pretty annoying. But this thing already has haste, so it kind of just is what it is. They also have Cave of the Frost Dragon. Yeah, they're just going to be able to apply... And this has first strike, so we don't even trade here, which is kind of brutal. But the good news is, these with 4 toughness, is we can do some positive things here. They can also double block with the Moonrange Brutes. We don't have enough for lethal, which is just kind of the issue here. This is kind of... Oh, wow. So that I think they're maybe scared that we have like some sort of buff spell, which is like fine with me. They're going to take both of these creatures here. We're going to be able to get off, what, 3 damage here. Yeah, those go bye-bye. That is how that works, unfortunately. So I guess we can use Forsaken Crossroads. Definitely just going to be able to scry. Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is not... We have to put it away just because we don't have the mana for it, which is so sad. We're going to be able to get 4 more creature cards. We can... I don't think... Yeah, we're going to be able to cast the RAGGADRAGGA. It's not going to be good enough. I think we have to just put this away and just hope that it's like... Just trying to think like what else it could actually be. So we have to put that away, even though it feels terrible. We're going to drop this, use the legendary rule. We will keep you. We just had to do that, though, because they have Cave of the Frost Dragon. Oh, this... So hopefully... And they also have the Dollar Strain... Oh, my God. Looks like we're just going to come up just short. Yet again. Very sad. Another Arsonist, unfortunately. And we obviously have to block these out. We lose. Son of a bitch.